All right, so with the current state of professional sports in Dallas, with the recent success of the Rangers winning the World Series, round of applause for that.
Shout out to the Rangers.
Also, the success of the Stars as well.
Right.
You know, going to the conference finals, actually winning the Stanley Cup within the past 5 years.
Facts.
Is there any added pressure to the Dallas Cowboys to be able to win this season with the team that they have and the run that they're on right now here recently with the recent string of wins?
I think, in my honest opinion, I think it's always, being the Dallas Cowboys always just added pressure on top of that. I think it's, ever since the glory years, you've had that string of success, the 3 Super Bowls, and then you come back and then you win another one.
Right. So like a lot to live up to.
And then America's team on top of that. So in my opinion, it's always added pressure on them, especially with their fan base. It ain't no fan base like the Cowboys.
Is this Dak's last? Do you think Dak? Well, Jerry's already said no. I'm not gonna say it's this Dak's last year, but if they don't get it done this year, does anything change as far as how people see Dak as a quarterback, an elite quarterback at that?
I mean, if he's not doing it, getting it done, then people gonna start looking at him different. But it don't matter what people think. Is if Jerry gonna keep paying that man to be the starting quarterback, and he don't listen to a single soul but his damn self. Maybe even Young Jones. But
best argument is if it's not Dak, then who? Like what direction are you going in?
Trey Lance ain't the answer.
No. You'd have to start from scratch in the draft, or are you trying to trade for a quarterback and go the Aaron Rodgers route, or like that's a very slippery slope. I don't know. I think Dak is a quarterback that may be able to get you there as long as the rest of the team performs the way they have. That defense is always going to be solid up front. And you look at players like Deron Bland, I hope that's his first name, but Bland, to be able to fill in for somebody and break records, pick sixes and things like that, still keeping the defense with a high number of turnovers. So I think this year is a year that, at least conference finals or bust.
Yeah, you at least got to. I mean, you got the team that the record shows it, but you still got the Eagles in your way.
Right.
Still got San Fran.
I think Super Bowl or bust is a bit extensive, though. I think that's a big expectation.
It's a tougher road to the Super Bowl. You got 2 more teams in your conference that are stellar.
Yeah.
And it ain't no guarantee you're gonna win those games.
NFC champion, who you pulling for?
49ers.
I'm leaning towards the Eagles, just because I feel like when I watch Eagles games, I never feel like they completely out of it. I haven't seen one where I felt like they was out of it, and I feel like that. I feel like that about the Niners as well because of the defense. But I still want to see Purdy do it in the playoffs.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
I think he got it though. I mean, honestly, the way he's playing, as long as he keep his weapons, as long as Debo's strong, McCaffrey's good, Ayuk is playing ball.
Man, shout out to Ayuk. He's on my
Kittle is doing his thing. Yeah,
I forgot about. I always forget about George Kittle.
And it's like, but I mean, you got all those weapons. It's like you forget about a Kittle, and then
they just added Chase Young too, didn't they? To that defense.
He's showing Bosa out there too. Yeah. Secondary strong. It's like they're built to win right
now. Tough. That's a tough one to take on right now.
Purdy can go out there, have a 200-yard game, and throw 2 interceptions, and they still get the W. So he just got to have his weapons.
Shout out to CeeDee Lamb becoming the elite wide receiver that they needed him to be for one. Because I feel like if you have a legitimate number one, and then you have a Brandon Cooks there, and then you still have complimentary pieces, the tight end is solid. So no, I think this is a year that they can kind of prove a lot of people wrong as far as
have to get it.
You got to get it in and get at least a conference championship.
Y'all can't take no more L's like y'all did against who'd y'all lose to?
The Niners.
No. That was a weak team. The Jets, I think it was.
Oh, no. The regular season shit can't. Nah.
Yeah, that shit can't happen.
Nah, I'm not even looking at those kind of losses now. I'm looking more so like playoff losses. So I'm only looking at like San Fran and the Eagles and who else. Maybe the Lions, depending on how the luck of the draw there. If you get the Lions in Detroit in the playoffs, it's going to be a tough one to pull out.
In my book, like I say, the Clippers will be the Clippers. The Lions are going to be the Lions. So they're going to end up stalling out in the playoffs. It look good now. Everybody's cool in the regular season, but when that playoff ball gets there and you ain't never been there before, you gonna know. It's gonna show that you ain't never played no playoff game before.
Well, I got golf. Golf went to the Super Bowl, so
that's golf though. So I'm throwing it to a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't never did nothing.
AllOva Radio, man. Sports shit. Kaution. Hey, yo, Clark.
Yo.